Hi there, I'm Kit. I am the founder of Kitara Love, and I wanted to share with you about our products and just what it means when I say that they're intentionally designed and made with love. So, years ago now, I decided that I was so amazed with the benefits of yoni steaming that it was really time for me to get off of my cobbled together props at home and that I wanted to have a yoni steam seat. This was a long time ago, and there just wasn't one on the market that was made with a lot of care of the design and celebrated who made it and was really intentionally crafted so that it worked with the pot and the burner and was comfortable and all the things. I started out making a Yoni steam seat that I wanted to be beautiful and functional. I had this little rule for myself that it had to pass the living room test, which meant for me that if you put a book on it or flowers, somebody might notice that it was in your living room, but they wouldn't be like, "What you doing, kid? Why do you have a toilet in your living room?" Which is how a lot of seats at the time and sometimes still look and present. So this is a way to do something really celebratory for yourself, for your space, for your practice. I worked with a woodworking teacher to create our first seat, which is this beauty here, our Qatar Love Original Steam Seat. It is made with this great birch. It has our logo, which has a whole story to it as well. It celebrates the herbs that we use to steam with, as well as the crescent moon, to really note the ways in which our bodies cycle with the cosmos and with our menstrual cycles and with our life cycles. And then we have this great red cedar lid that is removable, so you can easily put a burner and a steam pot inside and have the whole steam setup in one place. On the one hand, you absolutely can do your setup with the pot and the water and the herbs in the kitchen, but just that like walking around, and if you live with other people, it's like I'm trying to get in my zone and do my steam and I don't want to explain what I'm doing and it's hot, right? So we have this ability to put the water in, put the herbs in, put it inside the steam seat with the burner already in, poke the lid on, and wait for the herbs to cook, check the temperature, and sit. I want to take the opportunity to highlight a few elements of the seat. We have this custom opening here so that the burner dial and the heat temp is really easy to adjust, even if you're sitting on the seat. It's also really great if you're a practitioner or you want to help support somebody else steam because you can help them adjust the temp without necessarily having them stand up. That said, and if you need the temp to be cooler, you stand up first and decide then what your heat temp is. Talk a lot about that with safety. In the back here, you have this opening for the cord for the burner so that then you can plug it in to whatever convenient outlet you have. These little guys here are the custom openings for lifting up and moving the seat. They make it really easy to carry, which is awesome. Sometimes people have nervousness that somehow these openings are going to affect the steam reaching the pelvic floor. I just want to assure you that the steam is plenty powerful. The burner is there. We wear gowns and blankets, and everything is really contained here. So you don't need to be concerned about whether or not the steam is going to escape. Um, and that is our beautiful Katara original Yoni steam seat. And then at the time when I was designing the original seat, I was living in a home, I was married, I was a little bit more steady, really recognizing that in many other times in my life, I was literally nomadic and or living in very small spaces. And man, if I had only known about yoni steaming then, but I also was real with myself that I wouldn't be able to lug around the original seat. So I wanted to design something that was super easy to carry and transport, as well as store if you're in a really small space, which I once lived in a space that was 270 square feet in Manhattan. I think that this seat would have worked there because the whole thing slides apart and fits into this awesome tote bag. This is our collapsible Kitara Yoni Steam Seat. It has all of the cool openings and all of the function of the original. I didn't talk about our beautiful elongated diamond opening, but this is really intentionally designed as well because cheeks go here, You open up the knees, widen your positioning, and then there's enough space here for the entirety of the pelvic floor to receive the benefit of the steam. It also has this nice partnering of the inverted triangle, elongated diamond shape, just has that element of beauty and connection to the sides, as well as the inverted triangle being the most ancient symbol that we have and the symbol of the divine feminine. So all the different sides slide together. You have the opening here for the burner. And again, you have the opening here for the burner dial, burner cord here. Then years went by, and I realized it was time to design the Kitara Yoni Steam Seat cushion. I hesitated on this. I was in story that this was not needed. You can use a blanket, all things true. You do not need a cushion to steam. Do not let that delay you in starting this amazing practice. And I realized that I was about to have a baby and that I was going to be steaming every day. I wondered if that would shift my idea around steaming and with a cushion. And it did. I was very humbled to realize, no, no, we need a cushion for all people and the postpartum folks because it's tender and it feels really nice to have extra comfort. I was really grateful for my cushion in those steams. I was quite particular about how our cushion needed to be entirely organic and made of entirely organic materials. It's for safety and it's also for reverence of the energy of steam. We are really trying to use beautiful natural materials to be surrounded by as we do this intentional cleansing and clearing practice. We use organic cotton for the slip cover, the insert, even the thread. We have this removable slip cover so that you can pull the insert out and wash the slip cover. Now we have a lot of team discussions about how once you steam with the cushion, you can't go back. And I am glad that we've evolved and expanded the product line because the cushion is such a nice additional component to the products to support your in-home steam practice. And the pots go in this spirit as well. Do you need a special pot? No, do not let that delay you from steaming either. But do try to find a pot that doesn't have any toxic coating, any coating really at all. The safest materials are stainless steel, enameled stainless steel, and glass. We have this pot that I worked with for almost a year to design. It is enameled stainless steel. It's the perfect size for the amount of water you want, the herb water ratio. It has these cool handles, which make it really easy to transport if you're not using a burner, and extra nice for when you're cleaning up as well. It also has the wooden top knob. Without the wooden top knob, our previous pot had an enamel top knob and you needed a glove to wear. The other bit of feedback I got and resonated with, or people in my household resonated with, was that when you live with other people, the other people appreciate that you have a special dedicated Yoni steam pot that connects them to knowing that they are not making soup in it or what have you. Not that it would matter because it's all clean and sterile and our bodies are wonderful. But my husband was towing that line for a long time. And when we got a steam pot, he was like, yeah, that's awesome. It's nice. That's reassuring. And it's super special and really cute. We have it in pink with the logo in white and the option for white with the logo in all of its colors. We also have blankets, which you can wrap around your waist, tie around your neck, and be super cozy in. People love the blankets, as do I. They are 100% organic linen and cotton. I designed the steam robe as well. After realizing that the blanket was awesome, it is really powerful. There's something about putting on this gown, this robe, that signals to my whole system that I'm going to steam and allows me to start dropping into my intention with the steam, my ask of the womb space to let me into her wisdom. I created this special and very useful in many regards hood to support that feeling of really stepping into your power as well as going inward and receiving the healing messages from the practice from the womb and having that really quiet moment with yourself The gown is kind of like the cushion, and that the feedback is once you have it, you wonder how you ever lived without it. So that is our products. There's a lot to say about our herbs, and I'm going to do that in another video. Thank you so much. We are so honored to support you and to share the medicine of steam with you. It has been just such a powerful practice for me and the women in my life and our community. We are so here to support you. Please continue to follow and watch the videos, DM us on Instagram, check out kataralove.com. We have as much information as we can possibly consider and are continuing to make more and more to support you in understanding how to utilize steam for your health and really to step into your greatest embodied life. Love you.